Peace, your brother Shemayala. Back at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem HaMashiach Yahushua. Basically what I want to bring out here is this article that's going into the HEALS Act. The HEALS Act, you hear that? You know what I'm saying? Now, when I heard about this, man, I automatically thought about the scriptures. I'm like, man, this is this prophecy being fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? And it's just unfolding right before our eyes, man. I'm going to read this article. It says here, McConnell unveils HEALS Act, the GOP coronavirus stimulus proposal. Okay? Let's read some of this article, man, and get into some scriptures. It says, Senate Republicans unveiled their version of a fresh round of coronavirus relief on Monday as White House negotiators and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi are set to meet in the evening to begin negotiations. It says here, so I hope this strong proposal will occasion a real response, not partisan cheap shots, not the predictable tired old rhetoric as though these were ordinary times and the nation could afford ordinary politics. Because, you know, this country is just, it's you know, it's going down the drain, man. It's done. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? So what they really talking about is that they need to tighten up, and they can't afford to play no games no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's saying Senator Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said in unveiling the HEALS Act. So that's something he just said. Okay. So they unveiling the HEALS Act. It says $1 trillion Republican bill is the alternative to the House's HEROES Act, the $3 trillion relief legislation passed in May. HEALS stands for the packages focus on health, economic assistance, liability protection, and schools. So this is an acronym for all of that right there. HEALS is an acronym for health, economic assistance, liability protection, schools. Okay. So this, I guess, is everything that they need to bail out with this HEALS Act. You know what I'm saying? These are all the industries: the health industry, the economy, liability, and schools, and all of that, man. Okay? So, you know, this is what it is. It says the HEALS Act is more targeted than the CARES Act, tailored to an economy that has 1 foot in the pandemic and 1 foot in the recovery, according to McConnell. All right, it says the relief legislation includes $105 billion in school funding, more than the House offered in its proposal, with the goal of retrofitting schools and universities with coronavirus precautions to open for an on-campus learning. Okay. It says fiscal conservatives revolt over price tag of coronavirus relief package. It also includes a second round of stimulus checks at the same $1,200 amount as in the CARES Act, along with a sequel to the Paycheck Protection Program to mitigate layoffs. So, you know, this is just some aid, you know what I'm saying? Some financial relief or financial aid, like, you know, you would get when you go to school. But in this case, it's to help people from getting laid off, man. Okay? Help with whatever bills or, you know what I'm saying, rent or mortgage payments they have, you know what I'm saying? This is what this is for, man. This is all just helicopter money. So you see, back in like 2008, they bailed out the banks, you know what I'm saying, and mortgage companies. Now they trying to bail out the people. But it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work, man. And this whole coronavirus thing, man, is just It's just a disguise or like kind of like a smokescreen for the real issue, which is the economy, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Even though it might be real, but regardless, man. The real issue is the economy. It says federal unemployment benefits would be extended, but at an additional 200 per week rather than the 600 that the CARES Act offered. So you see, man, they just cutting back on the money that people can get. Okay? Unemployment benefits going from 600 to 200. Says, and man, you know, this is gonna mess a lot of people up, man. They talking about 22, 25 million people gonna get evicted. You know what I'm saying? From they apartments, their houses, man. You can see some people in the streets, man. It's gonna go down. I mean, where these people gonna go? You gonna have them on the street? You might see a lot of homelessness, man. Okay? So I'm saying you better pray, man. And this shit go down in the winter time, man. That's why the Lord said, pray your flight be not in the winter nor on the Sabbath, man. You know? It says that number would run through the first week of October, at which point states are supposed to bring a more complicated program online where those who are still unemployed can collect 70% of their former wages. So, you know, it's like people don't want to go to work, man. They ain't trying to be in the way or in the path of catching this COVID-19, man. You know? So it says the boosted unemployment benefit is significantly more than the Democratic Senate and President approved in the 2009 economic crisis. And it doesn't pay most people more than the working, like the extra 600 does. All right. McConnell noted that the additional 200 was still 8 times the $25 per week in federal benefits offered following the 2008 recession. Okay. Liability protections would be included for everyone from doctors and nurses who will be protected from malpractice suits to churches, charities, businesses, and schools, McConnell noted. The hope is that the protections will encourage companies to reopen without fear that they will spend years in court. All right. I ain't gonna read it all, but you know what I'm saying? This is prophecy, man. Let's get some scriptures. Okay? The HEALS Act, man. Let's get this right here in Jeremiah. Okay? Boom. Jeremiah 51:8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. You see, this is what we coming into. The destruction and fall of Babylon. It says, howl for her. Okay? Take balm for her pain. What is that pain? That's that economic pain that Babylon is facing right now, man. And they blaming it on COVID, but the economy been screwed up. But COVID, if it's real or not, if it's real, is making it worse. Because people don't want to go to work. They don't want to get caught catching that COVID. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're not going into these places of business no more, man. Because, you know, the threat of catching COVID could wipe them out. So the business isn't booming like that, man. Things are slowing down, man. Coming to a screeching halt. Okay, it says, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. You see that? Healed, man. They trying to heal Babylon with the stimulus, man. Okay? With the HEALS Act. Come on, man, highlight it. If so, okay. If so be she may be healed. What we just read, man. What did we just read? McConnell unveils HEALS Act. See, this is prophecy unfolding, man. The GOP coronavirus stimulus proposal. I'm telling you, man. You can't ignore these scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying? What was that? Verse 8. Okay. Take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. Okay. Screeching halt, man. Our economy's slowing down. Businesses is going under. Evictions is coming. You understand? Let's get something real quick. Ecclesiastes. That's why I say here, man. It's a lot. Ecclesiastes chapter, I think 11, 12. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not. Because the evil days is coming, man. Nor the years draw nigh when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Okay? While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house, you see, the GOP, the Senate, the House of Representatives, right? What? Trying to unveil a plan? A HEALS Act? The GOP House, what? House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. White House negotiators and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, okay, are set to meet in the evening to begin negotiations for the HEALS Act. When the keepers of the house, when the keepers of this government of Babylon, okay, Senate Republicans unveiled their version of a fresh round of coronavirus relief on Monday as White House negotiators and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi are set to meet in the evening to begin negotiations. Come on, man. Scriptures is speaking loud. And y'all out there still playing games. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble and the strong men shall bow themselves. Some ribs gonna be touchy, man. People gonna be hungry out here. It's gonna be a famine. And the grinders cease. You see that? And the grinders cease. The workers, man. Because they are few. Because the coronavirus is out there. And those that look out of the windows be darkened. Okay? Right here, verse 4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. The grinding is getting low, man. People stopping, they stop working. They not going to work, man. Okay? And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and the daughters of music shall be brought low. See that? Entertainment industry came to a halt. Sports came to a halt. Movies stopped being filmed. Back to Jeremiah, man. Most High, man, judging this place, man. Yeah, I can't see that, man. I don't know what's. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Ain't much you could do, man. You ain't too much hope you got. You can't see these prophecies popping off the page, man. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. That debt, man, is this national debt that Babylon is in, man. If so be she may be healed, man. Trying to do the HEALS Act. Okay, we would have healed Babylon. You see that? We would have healed Babylon. But what? But she is not healed. You can't heal Babylon with the HEALS Act, man. Y'all ain't gonna heal her with the HEALS Act. Okay? Y'all not gonna do it. That's why the scriptures say we would have healed Babylon. Y'all would have done it. But guess what? Y'all not gonna do it. It ain't gonna work. This place is falling. This thing is just going under, completely under. Most High judging this place hard. It's going under, man. Babylon is falling, man. Okay? Okay, the Heals Act. Continue reading these precepts, man. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. See, this is the time where the scriptures talk about leaving Babylon. Forsake her. Okay, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the sky. And I tell you right there, that lets you know right there that you should flee. It says, forsake her and let us go every one into his own country. That's talking about leaving his mother and going to another country. Okay? Now, what's your country? Some of y'all teach America is our promised land. What the hell are you talking about, man? Man, she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, everyone into his own country. So you're going to start seeing people getting up out of here, man. All the different nations that are mingled in Babylon, you're going to start seeing them leave. Okay? Because people seeing that the judgment of the Most High is upon this place, and it's about to get turned up. It's about to get turned up. It's going to get a whole lot worse. And let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. Okay? You ain't going to heal Babylon, man. Go to Habakkuk. Now the scriptures say take balm. What's it say? Take balm for her pain. What's that pain? What's the balm? That's that Heals Act. Because they trying to heal Babylon. What's the pain? It's that debt. Okay, let's get that in Habakkuk, man. That damn debt. Chapter 2, man. Start at verse 5. Ye also because he transgresseth by wine, false philosophies, astrology, witchcraft, sorcery, democracy, idolatry, all of it. The list goes on and on. Okay? He is a proud man. He proud as hell. Neither keep it at home. Just talking about Esau, man. So-called white man. In case you didn't know. Neither keep it at home. Always in other people's countries. Doing what? What you in other people's countries for, man? Meddling in other people's affairs. Meddling in other men's affairs, like the scriptures say. Who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. But gathereth unto him all nations, man. That's why America is called the melting pot, man. And heapeth unto him all people. Verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. You see, this is what the so-called white man has done. He increased in that which is not his, man. How did he get America? Rape, robbing, and stealing, murdering. Right? That's why he in so much debt. The national debt is trillions and trillions of dollars, man. Probably right now as I speak, trillions of dollars. Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. That's that debt, man. See that? Let me look at that in the Hebrew. Ladeth. Okay. Thick clay. What's this thick clay? Ibathiath.
Abtit.
He said it the Yiddish way. Okay. From what? H5670. Ibat. Okay. Which it means to English words used in King James Version. Lend. See? Let me pull that up. Lend, a primitive root to pawn. What you do when you pawn something? You let the pawn shop hold it for a while, and you get the money for something you pawn. Okay? But you got to pay that money back. Right? Causative to lend. Borrow. So this is what this thick clay is, man. This debt. This national debt. You know, just going up more and more as we speak, man. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long unto him that ladeth himself with thick clay? Okay? So this is the issue, man. He has increased what? Increased in that which is not his, man. Let's get that, man, real quick. Ecclesiasticus. All right, it's 21. Let me start at verse 1. Here we go. Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 21 verse 8. He that buildeth his house with other men's money is like one that gathereth himself stones for the tomb of his burial. And that's what the so-called white man has done with this country. Okay? From the beginning of the creation of this place, he has been gathering stones for the tomb of his burial, man. That's all he's been doing. Because he did not reckon or consider in his mind that one day at the end of this kingdom, he would have to pay back everything he done and stole. And because of that, okay, he's been a dead man. He has been a dead man. You see what I'm saying? Now let's get another precept, man, because this economy is about to crash, man. It's about to go down, and you know, you see gold and silver going up. You see what I'm saying? And that's all because the dollar is getting weak. And some of these cryptocurrencies is going up as well, man. Okay. So this is what's about to happen, man. This is what's about to happen. Let me find a precept, man, real quick. Most High willing. I think this is it here. Okay. And this is what happened in ancient Egypt, man. I'm going to read it verse 13. Genesis 47 verse 13. It says, and there was no bread in all the land. That's what's about to happen again here. For the famine was very sore, so that the land of Egypt and all the land of Canaan fainted by reason of the famine. And Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan for the corn which they bought. And Joseph brought the money into Pharaoh's house. And when the money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence, for the money faileth. You see that? For the money faileth. And that's what's about to happen here in America, man. The money's about to fail. Okay? And when the money fails, Babylon is going to fall, man. Okay? Spiritually, Sodom and Egypt. Alright, so with that, man, I hope y'all was edified, man. Because, you know, they would have tried to heal Babylon, man. They would have tried. Okay? Let me get that scripture again. I'm going to close out with that, man. Man, if I can find it. Yeah. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain? If so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the sky. So you see, man, with this Heals Act, this is scripture being fulfilled right now. You know what I'm saying? And this is the time of the judgment of Babylon, man. This is it. We in it, man. We here. It's here, man. It's upon us. I hope you was edified. With that, I want to say peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. And all praises, glory, honor, and thanksgiving to Yahweh, Shema Mashiach, Yahushua, Shalom.